pretty much. As you can see, we've covered everything. We should be ready to go. We'll follow all of the path through there and see where it leads us. I wonder if we will ever be able to fix that bug quest of the rabbits there, but yes, we pretty much have to. I think I have a strategy to fix it. It's weird to me that without considering that I've already applied the community patch to the game, which is especially dedicated to fixing the issues. It's weird that that fifth rabbit paw didn't spawn, but I have an idea. Because in this game you cannot, as far as I know, you cannot abandon quests and then get them again. Essentially. But I have an idea. If we grab another side quest which involves killing rabbits, which are pretty common. I think this is the third quest that involves just killing rabbits. So you can clear a farm or something like that. I think that if we get another quest like that one, we'll be able to get the fifth paw that we need, right? So that way I'll be able to unlock the quest, people. But until that moment, I don't know when I'll get a quest like that. So we'll keep doing the side quests and eventually hope that we have one like that one. So yes, that's regarding the hair pulse side quest. It's the first side quest that actually, the first side quest line that actually is bugged in the sense that it hasn't dropped the quest item. This seems to be the edge of the map, so let's just push for the docks. People, for today I have an interesting topic. An interesting topic that we've been debating a lot. Quite interesting, but we need to continue because I miss E3 so much. I bet you all remember that time. If you are watching this as a YouTube pod, write it in the comments down below. You remember that great time of E3 when we had the opportunity, the incredible once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to listen to the most prolific and talented game developers of all time. So let's continue our rant about E3 that we started some streams ago. Essentially on Tuesday I said that Nintendo won the generation pretty much because of Metroid Prime 4. But it's much deeper than that. As I told you some streams ago. Essentially, Nintendo is the only one that by now is offering something different to a downgraded PC experience. Like, if you think about it, people, Xbox and Microsoft are essentially downgraded PCs at this point. There are no differences right now in terms of games, in terms of identity between a PS5, an Xbox Series X, and a PC, essentially, and a budget PC in that case. So yes, it's incredible how the PC has absorbed the philosophy of the consoles, because back then we had a lot of exclusive games, for example, with exclusive mechanics. For example, think about Little Big Planet. That was Mario Maker before Mario Maker was even a thing. Hey, what happened here? Don't tell me I paused the stream. The other some. There we go. Before it was even a thing. Like, the philosophy, the PC has absorbed the philosophy of the Xbox Series and PlayStation. Like, if you compare any console from the 6th generation, from the 7th generation, to what we get now, and you'll see that they had a lot more of identity. Perhaps the other day I was way too extreme, saying that essentially they were, that the business of consoles was dead because everyone was gonna have a PC. But that's how I feel. Like, what will happen when they are exactly like a PC? They are like a PC by now. I do believe that we can see the difference in the amount of consoles that Nintendo is selling. One could argue, people that Microsoft makes more money with Game Pass, but I don't think so, because last time I checked, consoles were sold. Both Sony and Microsoft sold consoles, losing money, kind of like at a loss, and Nintendo sold them gaining money. That's a huge difference. All right, we made it. We made it, people. 100% exploration of the York regions, Eastern and Western. Today we did a world boss. And remember, we need to do the Ghost Village side quest. I mean, it's not a side quest. A secret zone that we didn't explore some weeks ago. So let's do it. With Danger, this is essentially the main quest, people. The Inquisitor main quest. Let's see where it leads us to. See? Told ya. Both of them lead us to Seraphin Island. Both of them lead us to Seraphin Island. See, I told ya. We unlocked the portal. Perfect. Both of them lead us to Seraphin Island, so that's where we are heading next. Alright, see? Eventually, both of them led us there. Okay. We can choose, people. We can go to Seraphin Island and leave the Ghost Village side quest for the end of the stream, or start the Ghost Village side quest. I think we'll get to Seraphin Island, people. I think we'll get to Seraphin Island because an hour and 49 minutes we can do the Ghost Village side quest at the end of the stream. I mean, it's not a side quest, it's a secret zone that I didn't explore some streams ago. I want to ensure we get that. So as I was mentioning, precisely, I despise the relativist argument that you must have heard 1,000 times about the E3. As you can see, I'm very nostalgic about E3, and I think the Summer Game Fest and Jeff Keighley, they cannot compete with the energy and the amazing hype that E3 was. A lot of people argue, I mentioned this quite sometimes, that the E3 was a smoke bomb. But compared to the Summer Game Fest that we had some weeks ago, I'm sorry, E3 was God and beyond. It was perfection compared to the Summer Game Fest. I don't know what you think, people. Drop your thoughts in the comments down below if you're watching this on YouTube bot. But honestly, in all honesty, the Summer Game Fest was absolute garbage, a dumpster fire compared to the E3. We have to push onward. We have to push on, right? Yeah, precisely. We have to push on. We have to explore Seraphin Island. Yeah, pretty much. It's a pretty huge place. The Summer Game Fest was terrible. Nothing of value out of it. I hate it when people have the relativist argument, as I've said, that you must have heard thousands of times, that no. Console wars are for 40-year-old idiots. These are typical relativist fallacy that never gets debunked because of how prevalent, how the Age of Enlightenment influenced modern society. And relativism is so prevalent that people don't even realize the worst enemy, people, is that which is hidden. You must have heard this relativist argument 1,000 times. Console wars, this exact phrase, console wars are for 40-year-old idiots. who fight over pieces of plastic, or some variation of what I just said, some variation. That argument, which is the most common nowadays, that argument can easily be debunked with a bit of logic and realist thought, metaphysically realist thoughts. I am not saying that people should be fighting over cancels the for whole days. What I'm saying is that cancel wars are for idiots who fight over pieces of plastic is that it does not solve, it does not reach any objective conclusion, and does not solve the underlying metaphysical discussion. What do I mean by this? I know that it may sound weird, people, but I explained it the other day, but I was not fully clear on my arguments and my overall logic and line of thoughts and my line of reasoning. When you say that they are that console wars are just idiots fighting over pieces of plastic, you are not solving the metaphysical fact, the objective fact, that some consoles are better than others, that there are no between two opinions, there will always be one out of two of them that is closer to metaphysical reality. This is called the fallacy. So the fallacy of relativism. Relativism tells you everything is a matter of opinion. Metaphysical reality doesn't exist, right? It's the only way that it works. That's why I always say that relativism is more seductive, more easy, like the dark side in Star Wars. We can make that. I always love making that parallelism, that extrapolation when I say it. It's like the dark side. It's a complete full circuit, kind of like everything is a matter of opinion. But notice this: the only way two opinions, two doxas, which is the original Greek name, is the original. It's more precise because doxa actually means mental perception. See, that is more precise. Opinion is kind of like a facade for mental perception. Relativism essentially only works when reality. It only works when reality is the mere sum of mental perceptions, just summed one after the other. When it's summed one after the other, and essentially extrapolated to cancel wars. Essentially, the fact that you say that cancel wars are for idiots who just fight over pieces of plastic. When you do that, you are ignoring the fact. You are essentially ignoring the fact it only works when you ignore metaphysical reality. It only works when you ignore metaphysical reality. How does saying that cancel wars are essentially idiots fighting over pieces of plastic, how does that solve the issue that some consoles have more exclusive games? They have more exclusive games than others in some specific genres. How do you solve that argument? Just saying that they're stupid people discussing pieces of plastic. How do you solve that by saying that? How do you solve the fact that some consoles have more exclusive games of one specific genre than others? I mentioned this the other day. For example,
your countenance will be erased from this world.
I said the other day, that the Xbox 360, for example, had a lot of racing games, of exclusive racing games. The Project Gotham Racing series, the Forza Motorsport and Horizon series, and many more. So, what is there? What's wrong in saying that the Xbox, that if you like racing games, the Xbox 360, that the Xbox 360 is better, more recommended for people who like racing games, like literally people, literally.
Powerful you may be, but you are also
Give me a second, I don't want to kill me.
stupid.
How does the argument see how twisted it is, saying that no, discussing consoles, comparing them to each other, kind of like saying that one is better than the other, is for idiots. How does that single argument solves the conclusion, the objective fact that the Xbox 360 has more racing games, more exclusive racing games, than the PS3? So if you like racing games, the objective conclusion is that I would recommend the Xbox 360. In the case of the PS3, if you like hack and slash games, it has God of War 3. Just as a random example, I just grabbed a totally random example. How does hating console wars, in fact, I don't know, perhaps the name is shitty, perhaps it should be discussing game libraries, would be more precise. But notice the relativist argument. Console wars are for idiots. Yeah, but how does that... how is that a counter-argument to my recommendation of, if you like racing games, objectively, the Xbox 360 has more racing games, and the PS3 has better hack and slash games? How does it solve the issue? It doesn't. Why? Because relativism never reaches any objective conclusions. That's the huge fallacy. You can never reach any objective conclusions. Alright, you have your opinion and that's it. Right? Like, that's your opinion. No. No. It's not a matter of opinion. It's not a matter of the dogs, of the mental perception. When you consider metaphysical reality the mere sum of mental perceptions, when you consider metaphysical reality the mere sum of mental perceptions, the only way that system works, the only way it works, is by ignoring objective metaphysical reality. It's the only way it works. It's the only way it works. One can say, which is the best console? It's just a matter of opinions. It's just a matter of opinions. I do believe that the PS3 is better than the Xbox 360. At racing games, because it's my opinion, just because of the mere fact that my mental perception is imposed to metaphysical reality. The problem with this system, is that the only way it works is by ignoring metaphysical reality. Like when I said that, but it's my opinion that the PS3 is better because I love Gran Turismo 5 and 6, and I think they are better than Forza Motorsport. Yeah. When you say that, the only way you could reach that conclusion is by ignoring the fact that Project Gotham Racing, we are talking about 4 games, and Forza Motorsport and Horizon, we are talking about 5 games, and then Gran Turismo series on PS3, I think only 5 and 6, 2 of them. Oh well, but I love those games so much, I love the mechanics so much that I consider them essential to any racing game fan. Well, when you say that, I can then tell you that I played both series, and the complexity of the mechanics in Forza, Motorsport and Horizon series is much deeper than Gran Turismo. For example, the physics, the gravity physics are much more realistic in Forza Motorsport than in Gran Turismo. For example, I can tell you that the difficulty, and when remember, when we talk about the difficulty, we are talking about the complexity of the gameplay mechanics. Is much better in Forza Motorsport and Horizon. For example, the last race, the Sebring Grand Race, the final race of Forza Motorsport 2, is so tough that it's a level that takes you 2 hours, and I don't remember that in Gran Turismo, unless you deliberately choose 99 laps, and even so the difficulty of the artificial intelligence is much lower. The artificial intelligence is worse. The main career mode in Forza Motorsport is better, and just like that I can grab every single genre, every single game of those genres, every single exclusive game of all of those genres, and apply the same, extrapolate the same realist line of thought and debunk them. The problem with this is that such few people can do this because of how prevalent relativism is, that you never listen to these arguments, that you never reach any objective conclusion. And when you never reach any objective conclusion, guys, the danger is that you get absorbed by that closed circuit of relativism that I just mentioned. So, extrapolating all of this to console wars, the argument that console wars are simply for idiots who fight over pieces of plastic, um, does it never reaches any objective conclusions. It never ever reaches any objective conclusions. It does not solve the fact that due to the features of a console, they are sometimes recommended according to what you're looking for, and in other cases, other consoles are recommended. So it does not solve that issue. The main argument is um, there we go. The main argument is that it doesn't solve the objective issue behind it. It does not solve that. It basically just ends in the very thing that relativism always ends up with. That essentially everything is a matter of opinion and metaphysical reality can never be reached at all. Like, there we go.
I only need to help. Look like a pack mule to you?
Like, it's impossible to reach any objective conclusion. And when you do that, when you never reach any objective conclusion, the debate becomes extremely poor in its arguments. Like, basically everyone just says my console is the best, and ironically you end up with the real idiotic console wars that you tried to avoid all along. Because objective arguments are never thought about. Like, it's not a matter of arguing why a console is better than other at all. It's just a matter of no one mentioned the topic. No one mentioned the topic, and that's it. Hey, we need to level up. We are getting some interesting enemy variety here. 58. We are at the... look at that, interesting. We are at the limit there. That means that we cannot get our... we cannot get our... our mastery talent We're gonna get our mastery talent at all without hitting level 75. That's an interesting turn of events, guys. That's an interesting turn of events. That's an interesting turn of events. We cannot get our mastery talent without we're gonna get our mastery talent without hitting level 75. What now? I was getting so close. Alright, so well, but anyways, it'll lower our cooldowns. What can we do? I need to spend my I need to respec here. I need to respec here. I need to respec here, people. I need to respec here. It'll be a nice and interesting. I want to swap the. I want to pay the price of having kind of like the penalty of investing on the other, because you can do Astute Supremacy, lore, or damage, and I want to go for damage from now on. I want to go for damage from now on because I've heard that the penalty is not that bad for the cooldown. I've heard. I've read it at the at the forums that the penalty is not that bad. That the penalty is not that bad. For the cooldown. So yeah.
I have arrived.
All right. So yeah. Basically.
Does that hurt, heretic?
Basically the damage ones, the ones that enhance damage, which is instead of a lore is the proficiency, or what was it? Let me see the name. It wasn't instead of the lore is the other one. What the no? Why am I bleeding? There we go. Instead of the lore, it was See, I have to. If I swap the Astute Supremacy lore for the focus, it will be. It'll be like all on the damage. Like I'll enhance the damage rather than the cooldown. And I don't think it'll have a huge difference. The other option is to choose the damage one and combine them, but I don't think it's well worth it. Okay, where's my doppelganger? Here we go. So, as I was mentioning, a small portal. There we go. Let me get rid of this one. Let me get rid of this one, this one, this one, this one. We finally arrived at Seraphin Island.
Ooh, aren't you the dark and mysterious one? Well, you won't get a word out of me about the Great Machine, so don't go trying. Not that their ladyships even care about it anymore, now do they? The rest of Ancaria could tumble about their ears and they wouldn't notice, so long as they had their tea-wolves for hunting and singing ice crystals to make that horrid music. No, my lips are sealed. That pedestal has been empty for centuries, but I'd never tell the likes of you that I've seen the bits of the missing sculpture in the old abandoned wing where the living quarters used to be. Of course, Mr. Giles the librarian wouldn't have any qualms about dealing with you, would he? 2 peas in a pod you are. My advice is to steer clear of him altogether. No telling what secrets he might reveal if you gave him a few pieces of the missing sculpture.
Alright. I love it how in this game,
Don't you worry, I will never go see him. Absolutely not, I swear.
I love how in this game only the main quest is kind of like voiced, but all of these side quests I've had to read them, kind of like one after the other. Like only the main quests are voiced. I mean, it would have been crazy trying to voice all of the main quests. Hey, this is the Seraphin. Florentina, what a beautiful name. What a beautiful name, Italian name. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. It's nice to see ya. I'm Florentina, and my name is no coincidence. I've always been interested in plants, and it's a fascinating topic, and so inexhaustible. Do you want to see my latest experiment? Here I cultivated these pumpkin seeds myself with a little magic. The plants are more resistant and the fruits are noticeably larger than regular pumpkins. I improved the taste too. Would you be so kind as to sow the seeds? I still have some experiments I have to perform. It would make my work a lot easier. Let me know when you are ready. I'll make your journey a little easier.
You should feel honored.
What the? I got fucking teleported, people. I got fucking teleported. Damn it. I got fucking teleported. What the? Where are we? Right, I've been here. What now? How do I sow your seeds? Let's see. What have you done? Everyone is exploding. Everyone is fucking exploding, people. That was the point. The experiment didn't work. That's too bad. Very bad. The part about the humans is tragic too, I guess. Time to go back to drawing board.
The task has been accomplished.
That was the easiest side quest I've ever seen. Hey, nice garden you've got here. What the? Oh, don't crash. Don't crash. Let me save people because the game I can see that the game will crash at any minute and I will end up with the map not explored. And here I thought that we were the crazy evil doers with the Inquisition and everything. That Seraphin just exploded 2 guys in a matter of seconds. She's more dangerous than us. Like, I've never exploded people, well, with poison and water, but you get the point. Alright. So I was mentioning, regarding relativism and logical arguments, as to explain why the E3 was objectively better than the Summer Game Fest. Like, as I've told you, people, the argument that console wars are for idiots fighting over pieces of plastic does not solve the underlying issue, the underlying topic of debating, as I've said, that the Xbox 360 objectively had more racing games and the PS3 had more exclusive hack and slash games with God of War 3. So therefore, the Xbox 360, if you are a racing fan, is recommended over the PS3 if you like racing games. For example, this is just a random example. Or if you like platforming games, I recommend you need a Nintendo console because of obvious reasons. So yeah, pretty much. There's nothing wrong in saying that in recommending a console over another one because of the specific genres it has. For example, the PSP has a lot of racing games and the DS doesn't. So I would highly recommend you the PSP over the DS if you like racing games because of the quality of the games. So yes. There we go. There's nothing radical or stupid in saying that. We had to go the other way. There's nothing stupid. You are objectively comparing quality, and there's nothing wrong with that. And yeah, that's basically the relativist argument of saying that. So yes, yeah. I think I'm bleeding. I should dismount. Yeah, pretty much. Hey, with all of my talk and everything,
Recognize your mistake.
we are getting to Seraphin Island. We're getting to Seraphin Island. We are exploring Seraphin Island, people. So the Dark Ritual should be here. So yeah, essentially when you extrapolate that line of reasoning that I just told you, to modern consoles, you get the result that essentially only the Nintendo Switch offers something different when compared to the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation. I think that the PC has absorbed, as I've said, the philosophy of the other two consoles, and essentially only Nintendo survived that absorption. If I had to say, here regeneration per hit plus 0.4. That's crazy. There we go. Oh, a visitor. Come in. Oh, so courteous. I love it when I stumble upon courteous people. I know these ingredients. I'll help you prepare the invocation. What we additionally need is an... I love how he doesn't have a name. He's called Hermit. Yeah, Hermit. What we additionally need is an ever-frozen icicle. There should be one here on this island. I'll mark it on your map so you'll know where to find it. After retrieving it, visit my colleague in the Dragon region. The Dragon region? He'll provide you with further assistance. Okay. Let's
glory and power.
People, let me see something. Give me a second because I want to see that the bitrate is okay. There we go. Perfect. Let me see. Yeah, Twitch is kind of like laggy at this time. Kind of like at the beginning of the stream it wasn't, but by now it's a bit laggy. Alright.
Why do you bother me?
Let's see. We finally got to Seraphin Island.
Otherwise, this stays.
It feels like those islands in Pokemon. That basically you can only access them as an ending. Damn it, they're impairing my movement. Shit. There we go.
All means. What a disgusting creature.
There we go. Okay, that one has a pretty high resistance. Enemies in this area have a pretty good resistance.
I am all powerful. Do I look like a
Damn it.
mule to you?
I hope we could loot that book. Loot that book. Sorry.
Justifies all means.
Loot that book. Okay. Someday we have to read all of the books, people. Huh? I don't know when, but we'll do so eventually. Like that would probably explain a lot of things. That would probably explain a lot of things that we don't understand, I guess. So yeah. There we go. As I was mentioning, the E3 was something else. I despise it when people say, ah no, E3 it was just a smoke bomb in which we got nothing. No, nothing to do with that. Compared to the Summer Game Fest, the E3 was king. Absolutely King,
and
there
the
it is.
wrath of the gods.
Like, I honestly, I don't think if it has to do with getting old or what, people. But no, I can objectively tell you my arguments. Essentially, as I've said, the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation, all games for those consoles are like, they're the same as for PC, but they are worse versions. They are worse versions. Um, like
Get me a pack horse. Otherwise, this
everything you can
stays
play on
here.
those two, you can play them on PC. Like the most predominant argument nowadays, the most predominant argument is that well, but little kids will never be able to play on PC. Don't be so sure, people. Right now, as I've said some streams ago, popular, the most popular toy is the cell phone. Damn it, I feel so old. I always say the mobile. It's a cell phone or a mobile. Like, what will happen when those kids can build PCs, which is already happening? Those consoles are so dead that they'll provide no added value at all. Like, and by then the Nintendo Switch, well, Nintendo has proven that power and just graphics, they cannot solve
Fully overloaded.
the matter of console identity. Like having a system that actually provides you with an excellent experience, like with a unique experience, not just excellent, unique. Alright, let's see. We should... Damn it, this place was bigger than I thought. It was larger than I thought. We're bleeding. That's terrible. Hey, that's a sign of Ancaria. Right there.
In your head,
We are getting to the farthest corners of
creature.
the map.
First, I will make you bleed.
There we go. Perfect. There we go. Why is there a random stash at this? Hey, nice dramatic piano music. Why is it so low? Why is it so low? It's not part of the ambient music of the game. It's not part of the ambient music of the game. It must be coming from an object, because as you could see there, the effects of the game effects are indeed lower. Alright, let's see. Tilda, same portrait. Take this navigation crystal to Rumbler, the director at the observatory. Good to see you, my friend. Could you do me a small favor? An astronomer from the south recently ordered some new navigation crystals for his observatory. Rumbler. Yes, that's his name. The crystals are finished, but I can't deliver them myself. Could you take him the crystals? I couldn't even teleport you to him. Yeah, I could even teleport you to him. It would save you the walk. Yes, please. Whatever helps me.
The Inquisition is said to be heartless.
Whatever helps me. Please don't crash. I'll save after this. Hey, I remember this zone. I remember this zone. Good times. Good old times. The Celestial Dome, back at the initial region. You want to see Rumbolier? One of my ancestors bore that name, but that was a good 150 years ago. My grandfather often talked about how his grandfather would make the long journey to the lands of the Seraphin to collect new navigation crystals for the observatory. Yes, we still need the crystals. Thank you. If he didn't teleport me after this, that would have been tragic. Alright, we're back. Dead, you say? Yeah, 150 years ago. How tragic. Then the Seraphims are immortal. See why we need to read the books. We would know that if we would read the books. How tragic. Elven immortality isn't what it used to be. I have rather taken my time with this task. Navigation crystals take a long time to run out, and Rumbolier's request did not sound urgent. Oh well, thank you for your help. Phew, that was a busy day.
Glory and power.
All of the quests in here are kind of like teleport, complete, and that's it. How are you doing? You miss me, my spider? She's so cute. Our spider is so cute. Yep. Let's see what else we have in here. Let's save now that that quest is done. There we go. Perfect. Finish that. Let's see what else we have in here, people. Well, we'll have to fight them. I love how all crystals in this place, they are... I hope they're not part of the side quest and we're getting ahead of ourselves. I love how all crystals are kind of like... They always... spawn the elementals. There we go. Damn it. Shit. There we go. Excellent.
Otherwise, this stays here.
Yep. And now I can see why the game does have an option to just ignore loot behind certain quality. Now I can see why. Annealed Cloak 39, defense value 15. Stop it. We got a smith there, good. There we go. What else do we have in here? Good. Get me 20 crystals from ice elementals. What? Oh, I didn't hear you. My name is Nadja. Nadja, instead of Nadia. Nadja, or Nadja. And I'm studying T-energy interferences. Working on these consoles requires a lot of focus and is very time consuming. I can't get anything else done. Oh, I just remembered. We switched the monsters outside a while ago. I need to study the new ones, but I can leave my work here. Could you slay a few of the ice elementals and bring me their crystals? I would really appreciate it.
For the gods.
There we go. There we go. Good. Good people.
Heretic figure.
There we go. Truly interesting. I think we'll cover all of Seraphin Island. I mean, today. I mean, it's not that huge. It's kind of like all straightforward. Yep. There's nothing in here. It's a dead end. Hmm. Let's see. Damn it. Let me see.